Okay, folks, it is Monday morning. We've had roughly 6 hours sleep. WrestleMania was long. So very long.
Oh, very long. You know what? I feel sorry for the crowd in attendance.
Yeah.
Gotta sit, the ones that want to turn up early, they gotta sit there for 7 hour show. Damn.
Yeah, he was there. Ronnie. Right, okay, let's kick things off. Now, apologies here. We were busy recording Ring the Bell. So we sort of missed the first match.
Yeah, and a portion of the second match. Right, we had the king of the pre-show kicking off. Buddy Murphy defending his title against Tony Nese, or Tony Abs, as he was also referred to as last night.
Apparently he counts his abs.
Eight.
He's got an 8-pack.
Abs. Oh.
Yeah, I'm pleased to say
No.
the reign of the pre-show champion is over.
Yeah, I've got to be honest, I didn't see this one coming.
Not my prediction. But apparently he hit that devastating running knee and pinned Buddy Murphy.
Wow.
Proving that the unstoppable can be stopped.
Yeah. So next, there was the Women's Battle Royal. Not to be newly named the China Memorial Battle Royal.
Not yet. Maybe next year.
Sorry, Sean. So, surprisingly, they kept it really quiet. We had a return, and we had 2 WrestleMania debuts.
Yeah, Ember Moon was in this thing.
Yeah. And we also had from NXT, Kairi Sane and Candice LeRae.
Yeah. Now, this was your typical battle royal, people being chucked all over the place. At some point, Carmella went under the rope.
Oh, God.
And sort of vanished from the view for a while. And I generally did forget about her.
Yep. So, and then, was it come down to Sarah Logan and Asuka?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? Sarah Logan then eliminated Asuka. We was like, oh, you know what? Sod it. Yeah, go on. Go for it. And then Carmella appeared from nowhere.
Yep. And she eliminated Sarah Logan.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, oh God, why is she still on the roster?
Holy Graves. Ugh.
Ugh.
Do you want to know something bad?
What?
That battle royal was shorter than Tony Nese and Buddy Murphy's match.
Well, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Only by 10 seconds, but still. Oh, man. It's the one part of the show where Jim Cornette can get excited. It's time for the revival.
You mean he's watched half hour of the pre-show and he's not watching anything else?
Pretty much, yeah.
Now, I actually was sort of looking forward to this one. Because it came out of nowhere, and I'm a big Edgeheads mark.
Yeah.
Even if they do still come out separately.
Gotta pull the plug on it, man. Gotta let them be the Edgeheads again.
Now, this one was, I don't know, sort of spoiled, sort of not spoiled, because after the events of the Hall of Fame, there were rumours circulating that, what's his name?
Dash
Wilder was going to get some sort of punishment for being caught on camera uppercutting a guy.
Yeah, the guy that rugby tackled Brett during the ceremony.
Now, as noble as that was, and full respect to the guy for doing it,
yeah,
he was caught on camera by numerous cameras.
Yeah.
The guy had already been caught.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a cheap shot.
And he sort of did nearly knock him out at the same time as well. So, but it wasn't him who took the pinfall.
No.
It was Scott Dawson. Sorry, Jim. We got new Raw Tag Team Champions.
Unbelievable. Kurt Hawkins pinned Dawson.
Yeah. The streak's over, man.
The streak's over at
It's
WrestleMania.
over. Yeah. Who would have thought it?
Unbelievable.
Another streak ending at WrestleMania.
A more impressive one, actually.
Yeah.
He's won 287 losses.
Something crazy like that, isn't it?
Oh, well done, Kurt.
I'll probably drop the belts on Raw tomorrow night, but never mind.
Well, they had their moment.
So, it's now time for the not very predictable. We have no idea where they're going with this.
No.
Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. All day long it was going to go... Well, I called it as soon as the match started. Braun's going to eliminate everyone. And then out of the blue, Michael Che and Colin Yost were going to reappear out of nowhere. When there was a chance to eliminate Braun, and then Braun was going to beat him up.
But did you notice Luke Harper was randomly in this match?
He was.
I gotta say, he's looking pretty good.
He is. He looks very lean, and
They even did a little tease between him and Strowman.
yeah. But to be fair, I liked Harper when he was a singles wrestler chasing after the Intercontinental title a couple of years back.
He's pretty much back to what he was before he was the Bludgeon Brothers. He had the black vest on and the hair's tied back.
Yeah, because I'm not sure if Luke was originally meant to be in this, because some fans were giving him heat in that, because he was part of the Worlds Collide tournament at Access, and he was fighting Dijakovic. And he was obviously, trying to amp it up a bit in that, and then the marks went, we're building up some pointless match at Access, and he's like, well, I've been out for quite a few months, and I'm not on the card at WrestleMania, so I'm going to put as much effort as I can into this. Get back on the road.
So, yep, you were pretty much right. It came down to Strowman and the two goons from Saturday Night Main Event.
Because you got a little tease, because the Hardys were trying to get Braun over the top rope, and then out of nowhere, Colin Yost and Michael Che come along, try to eliminate him, ridiculously backfired. Braun just got back up on his feet, eliminated the Hardys at the same time. And then, the guys from Saturday Night Live were in for a while.
He brought his therapist in the ring, one of them, and he got beaten up.
Yeah. And then I think it was Michael Che got sucker punched on the apron.
Yeah, that was pretty mean looking. Down he went.
Yeah, and then Braun just grabbed Colin Yost and just launched him into conveniently 4 or 5 wrestlers who hadn't made their way back to the back yet. Which conveniently Jinder was there, and he'd been eliminated 4 or 5 minutes before that.
And at this point, they were still checking on Mustafa Ali.
Oh, Jesus.
Who somehow managed to faceplant
the announcer table. I think he caught his face on the corner of the main announcer table. And didn't look pretty. Because wasn't it Harper had him up for a suplex, and then Braun come along and
big booted him.
Yeah.
And he sort of went flying and went, So, the only guy who realistically had a chance of winning this Battle Royal won this Battle Royal.
Yeah, very much.
Clever booking. Okay, on to the main show.
Now, this surprised all of us. We opened with Brock versus Seth.
Yeah, I found this pretty funny because they had the whole Alexa and Hogan thing.
Oh, yeah.
And Paul Heyman interrupted Hogan.
Oh, come on, brother.
Just stormed down to the ring. And I like this storyline. I think they should have ran with this a bit more. If it actually was a storyline, we don't know. Brock generally could have been pissed. He looked pissed. It was like, nah, if we ain't the main event, we're doing our business and leaving. And you're like, this makes sense. You can see why Brock would be pissed at this.
Wow, did not see this one coming.
No. I mean, I think the pre-match lasted longer than the match itself.
Yeah, I mean, you had the whole, before the match even started, Brock beating up Seth and bloody launched him into one of the WrestleMania covers on the announcer table, and I think he cut Seth's back open a little bit. But no, when we did start things off in the ring, apart from a couple of German suplexes, it was all Seth.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm not sure how the ref got taken out. I think. Oh.
Wasn't it like? I think Braun got shoved into the ref or something.
Yeah, and like the ref went out the ring and Seth hit him with that evil low blow.
3 curb stomps later, he went for the pinfall.
Yeah.
And shockingly, we have a new Universal Champion.
It was just hilarious for Paul's face on the third curb stomp. He was like,
and then when he had the 3 count, literally his eyes grew in size about 4 times.
Brilliant.
It was like an animated character from a cartoon.
And there's Seth there swinging the belt round top of the ramp. Awesome.
Yeah. Oh. Time for the horrible graphics parade. So next, we had AJ versus Randy Orton. Oh my god, the graphics for the entrances.
The horrible snakes.
Oh, but not only that, you then randomly went to the side of the ramp. You had that awful, humongous P1.
Yeah.
And then as you was walking down the ramp, you had that stupid 3D phenomenal across the ramp. Oh, it was awful. Kevin Dunn, sort it out.
Too late. Now, I gotta say, from a wrestling standpoint, I really enjoyed this one.
Yes, it was a good match.
I mean, they did all the fake outs from the RKO. They did the thing where Styles went for the forearm and as Orton went to jump, like he went back down because he knew it was coming.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this was quite a good match.
They got us here. We were predicting RKO out of nowhere, and it didn't happen. He did RKO him,
but he kicked out.
Yeah. But it wasn't enough for Orton. He tried his best.
Yeah. Phenomenal forearm.
The second one. He got him to the outside of the ring, and then he did one inside the ring.
He did, yes. And AJ Styles picks up the victory in this one.
Very good.
So, next on the card was the SmackDown Tag Title match. The Usos defending against Aleister Black and Ricochet versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus that other tag team.
Not in a limbo contest.
Oh, yeah, more of that in a week or so.
Yeah, can't wait for that to go up.
So, this match was just crazy because they did the typical fatal 4-way, anyone can tag in anyone rules.
Yeah, there was at some point during this I completely lost who was legal and who wasn't.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it was only, right near the end we were like, okay, one of the Usos is legal.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember now, was it Sheamus who took the pinfall?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. So we got the double super kick, and then we got the big splash.
Ain't no party like a super kick party.
Oh, God. So, and predictably, the SmackDown Tag Team Division is still on lock.
I was like, you know what? Makes sense, because last year the Usos got completely crushed by the Bludgeons. So, this is redemption for them.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh god. Oh, so now it's time for the epic grudge match. A month in the making. Time for Shane O'Mac versus The Miz. Now, first off, did we really need Shane to be introduced 3 times to the crowd?
Hamilton didn't get it right. This is kind of Shane's gimmick now. If he ain't introduced properly, he pisses and moans about it. Okay, I want to say. I mean, it was alright, but
We didn't need the Miz's dad getting involved.
oh yeah, this was terrible. It's like he got in the ring. We didn't know whether this was actually scripted or not.
Because was it like Miz had been like chucked over the announcer table or something or other?
Shane was going to go do the elbow drop through the table.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
And then Miz's dad stepped in, got in the ring. And you're like, oh, really?
And Shane punched him badly a few times.
Yeah, and he proceeded to stomp this poor old man.
I think possibly the only person who punches worse than Cena is Shane McMahon.
Yeah, this is bad. And we made the argument they should roll the next match and still have Miz's dad there lying in that same place.
So, inevitably, we found our way in the crowd.
Yeah, I did like the bit they sort of went past the international announce teams.
Before they'd even been announced.
Yeah. A few tables were taken out.
Yeah. I think it might have been the Hindi table got broken.
Yeah.
And all I could think the whole time I was there was, where's Sean Deng? Poor Sean Deng.
He got out of there pretty quickly.
So, then we moved to the penultimate part of the match. Conveniently, there was a slightly raised area with some scaffolding on it. And then we saw, oh, there's a part on the top of the scaffolding where there's no barrier.
Oh, great.
Ah.
What is Shane going to jump off?
Well, it wasn't technically Shane jumping off, no.
No, he didn't do it this time.
No, the Miz suplexed Shane off of the barrier. Him going as well. And then as soon as it happened, I can't remember who it was, but someone called it straight away. It might have been Ed.
Yeah, I think it was Ed.
So Shane's almost landed on top of the Miz and his arms like over the Miz's chest. They're both knocked out cold. Then out of nowhere, Lil H comes along. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So Shane McMahon won.
But why?
I have no idea.
Fine, whatever.
No idea whatsoever. So, now it's time for some more tag team action. We got women's tag team action. We got the Boss and Hug Connection defending against Nia Jax and Tamina.
Team fat asses.
Oh God! Get out of it, Scott. You're getting us into enough trouble. And Tamina not quite working out if she turned the gas off or not before she left.
Poor Tamina.
There we had the Glamazon and Natalia. And for no reason whatsoever, Brett stood at the top of the Titantron with him and then disappeared.
Yeah, he walked out with him.
And the Iconics.
Oh, you mean the only female tag team are properly a tag team?
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's got to be noted, we did have a little bit of a piss up and a laugh at the fact that the Bailey bodies didn't inflate all the way.
Oh, yeah, that was terrible.
A few of them were kind of dead.
Well, the problem was, I think on one side you had like 4 or 5 that were fully inflated and a couple that hadn't. And then you went on the other side and there was only like 2 that were even half inflated.
This was bad. I think we blamed Chris for this. We went, you had one job. Dave.
Oh,
So, what do you make of this one?
it weren't bad. It weren't bad. Obviously, we knew it was going one or two ways. We were
Mm.
even going to get ultimately swerved, or predictably Bailey and Sasha were retaining.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to think, was it Sasha that took the pinfall?
I want to say Bailey.
Okay.
Because I think Beth did the glam slam on both of them.
Yes.
Sasha rolled out the ring.
Yep. Yeah, and then Beth went to go for the pinfall, and then out of nowhere, the Iconics came out of nowhere, grabbed Beth, threw her out of the ring, and then they made the cover for the pinfall. And we have new women's tag team champions, the Iconics.
Right. I mean, it makes sense in the long run.
Well,
Hey, I think we predicted this too.
I think we did. So, yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Are you
This
ready
was
for Kofi Mania?
Oh, yes, we were. Yeah, next match, the WWE title match. Now, the problem was, we picked up quickly on this during the entrances. There was a table ringside with a title underneath
Yeah.
the cover, so he's like, oh, God. They giving it away already.
I mean, someone pointed out, I think it might have been Andrew, pointed out that might have just been a stand for the belt to wrap around. Because they wrapped the title around it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
To try and give the illusion, it's just a stand. But we knew there was a belt underneath there.
Yeah. Right. I quite enjoyed this match. Of course, he had the New Day and Big Red at ringside.
Big Red.
No, we're not talking about Red Foreman.
Oh, God. Not Kane either.
Right.
Yeah, there were quite a few things I liked about this match. I mean, I liked Rowan being taken out with the midnight hour on the floor.
Yeah, bloody Xavier Woods leapt across the announcer tables to do it.
Although Big E did struggle to lift him up. I'm not sure if because Rowan is a big old lump. Rowan had to use the edge of the ring to hoist himself up. And he got dropped. But other than that, the interference was kept pretty minimal in this match.
It was, which it needed, to be honest. I think it would have spoiled it if we had too much interference.
I mean, there were a few moments you were like, oh my God, Daniel's going to win. When he hit that running knee.
Yes, yeah.
And someone made the point of, no one's kicked out of the running knee in 5 years.
Yeah, I think it was since he's come back or whatever, yeah. Yeah, no one's kicked out of it. Yeah. So, conveniently, Kofi kicked out.
He did.
We're going, oh my God. We saw it. Oh, look, there's the big baby face kick out.
Yeah, the crowd popped for that. That got loud. That was the point where the crowd started believing.
Mm-hmm. And Kofi hit Trouble in Paradise. Was out. Oh my God, is he going to do it? But D. Bryan kicked out of it.
Yeah, he did.
And then I think, did Daniel go? Oh, and then he had his I can't think of what it's called now. My mind's gone blank. He had
The bell lock.
The bell lock. Yeah. He had Kofi in that for a few minutes. He was there going, oh, is he going to tap? Is this going to be the end of Kofi Mania? No, Kofi managed to get out of it. Then he hit SOS.
Yeah, Bryan kicked out of that too.
Oh my God.
Yeah, at that point you were like, God damn it. When's this going to end?
Not long after.
No. No, there was a few more reversals. And then Kofi finally hit the decisive Trouble in Paradise.
He did. And we have a new WWE champion.
And I like the fact that immediately after he won it, they got rid of that head title. He didn't even raise it up. He was like, nah, don't want that.
Big E and Xavier Woods unveiled the new WWE championship.
Wow. Not really.
Yeah.
It's still the old one.
Yeah. And they presented a Kofi. It was emotional. Xavier Woods was there hugging him, bawling his eyes out. Kofi was trying to fight back the tears. And then they were parading in the ring. I think Big E then went and got Kofi's kids there. They were celebrating in the ring. Then Kofi got the mystery box.
Oh yeah, we thought it was going to be pancakes.
We did. But no, it's a new t-shirt. Celebrating Kofi's title victory. And woof. I think it's going to take some doing to beat that pop when that pinfall went.
It might just be me, but I don't think the crowd ever truly got back up from this match.
No, I don't think
This
they
match
did
killed
either,
them.
really.
I mean, they were still loud, but not as loud.
Yeah. Then we went in JR mode when he did it. My God! We did it! The 11-year journey.
You know what that also means? Kofi Kingston is now a Grand Slam winner.
He is.
He's joined the Grand Slam Club. Winning tag, Intercontinental, US, and now the heavyweight.
Yeah. Well done, Kofi.
Joining the likes of JBL.
Michael! Oh dear. Wasn't that the highlight of the night?
Well, not for some people.
Yeah. Jamaican Maggle.
Sure, Maggle.
So, moving on from that humongous pop, we've got Rey Mysterio dressed up as Mysterio.
Yeah.
And he was facing an angry man called Joe.
He was very angry.
Joe was defending his US title. And this match really shocked me.
Yeah.
I can only presume that Ray's injury is slightly worse than what they're letting on. But yeah, Joe beat him in a minute.
Yeah, this was... I mean, I got up to go to the toilet because I thought, okay, this is going to go on for a bit. And as soon as I went to go up the stairs, it was like, oh, Joe's won. I was like, what?
Yeah. Joe choked out Ray with the coquina clutch. And, you know, now they just raise the arm once and that's it.
Yeah.
If you don't make the one count, that's it.
Oh, man.
So, yeah. Next, we got Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. Now, Drew had a band of bagpipe players for his entrance, including Uncle Albert.
Yep, nice to see he's still getting work.
And then Roman had his entrance he had the other year, where he punched the stage and the fireworks went off around the stadium.
Looks like they wasted the pyro budget on him.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get the scary big dog this year.
No, we didn't.
They're saving that for SummerSlam.
Well, it has to be noted, they've screwed him up already.
Yeah.
They turned down the mics on the crowd. Roman was getting a few boos.
Yeah, a lot of people picked up on that.
Yeah.
Well, I would love to say that I was enjoying this one, but no, I wasn't. I couldn't get into this one at all. Because at some point you were just like, you know what? We know Roman's winning.
Yeah. Yeah.
We predicted Roman was going to win with one spear.
And he did.
Yeah.
And this was going to excite backstage. Ooh, ah.
Did McIntyre even hit a Claymore? I don't think he did.
No, I don't think he did.
I think he went for one.
Yeah.
They even got 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's surprising.
So next, we've got a match which, surprisingly, got older as it went on.
Oh, man.
We got the battle between Triple H and Batista.
You mean the new Shockmaster?
Oh, God. Dave, what were you doing?
That's one place you don't want to be messing up.
You could see he was slightly off balance as he was walking along the apron. And then he went to get in the ring and he like tripped on the middle rope. Oh, dear.
Oh.
Oh, and then we was all there thinking, right, you know, what's Triple H going to get this year? So, Triple H this year, he had a Mad Max entrance.
Yeah, this was pretty good.
Yeah. So, of course, stipulation for this match was Triple H lost. He had to retire. Right. What do you think of this one?
It was a bit slower than I was expecting.
Yeah. And fairly early on, you could tell Dave was struggling to keep up with the pace.
He should have had a few matches before just jumping into this one.
Yeah, even if it was a couple of squash matches or whatever.
I mean, there were moments in this match I liked. I mean, apart from the announce tables refusing to break.
Oh my god, about 3 or 4 attempts before one of them broke.
Like Triple H ended up spearing Dave through one of them.
Yeah.
Because none of what they were doing was breaking them.
I think it was the French announcer too.
I mean, you had the moment where Triple H pulled Dave's nose ring out of his...
Oh. Ooh. But and then didn't Triple H powerbomb Batista onto the steps at one point from the turnbuckle?
Triple H did a powerbomb.
Yeah. Oh, and then we got right near the end of the match. Dave had Sledgehammer in his hand and we was thinking, oh, this doesn't look good for Triple H. Then out of nowhere, woo! The Nature Boy appeared. He gave Triple H a sledgehammer and we was thinking, oh.
Okay.
So then Triple H did a Superman sledgehammer punch.
You see, this looked impressive, where he dove off the ring steps that were in the ring.
And then he hit Dave with the pedigree. And Triple H picks up the victory in this one.
Yeah. I mean, the second pedigree hit on Dave.
Yeah.
But no, this was slower. A lot slower than I was expecting, but decent.
It was alright.
Yeah. I'd watch it again. Even if just to laugh at how out of breath Dave is. Okay, let's get this crap over.
So then, before we move on any further with the action, we've got to talk about the concert.
Oh, yeah.
The eagerly anticipated concert that wasn't going to get interrupted.
Oh, who was headlining this concert?
Wow, in slightly surprising circumstances, it was Elias, and Elias, and Elias.
3 Eliases.
Yeah, who knew? Yeah, Elias was on the drums, piano, and playing the guitar.
He's a talented man.
Yeah. So I can't remember the first song we had, but then after the first song we then had a rendition of Seven Nation Army.
Yeah. Now, I pointed out I thought that there was going to be someone to attack the 2 holograms in the back and then come out and attack the main one.
You did mention it, I remember.
But it wasn't.
No. But to be fair, I knew it had been rumoured, but we didn't get the version we thought we were getting.
No.
So Elias predictably was interrupted, and it was by John Cena.
Not the John Cena you were expecting.
No. You know what? I even enjoyed this a little bit. We had Doctor of Thugonomics, John Cena.
Yeah. He even said he was going to turn heel.
Yeah. Yeah. He come out with a Yankees jersey on. His chain necklace with a padlock and that.
Oh, God.
He had his knuckle duster, Word Life. And yeah, you know what? Considering everything concerned, I enjoyed this slightly.
The only problem I had with this is they did Elias and Cena last year, right before the Undertaker match. And it was like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
As enjoyable as it was, we've had Cena beating up Elias.
Yeah.
They did it last year.
There was the rumours of Taker turning up, beating him up. But as American Badass Taker.
Didn't happen.
No. We got the Doctor of Thugonomics instead.
It's got to be pointed out, on a side note, this is the first WrestleMania Undertaker hasn't been at since WrestleMania 2000.
Yeah.
That's like 19 years.
Jeez.
And you know what? No one noticed.
No.
It's like I think people are generally done with Undertaker matches.
Yeah, I think so. Apart from when he turns up for the Dirty Saudi money.
Oh, those shows don't count. They're non-canon.
So, after the excitement of the concert, it's back to the action.
Oh.
So it was time for Kurt's farewell match.
Ugh. And at this point, it dawned on us that with Cena having just come out and no Undertaker in sight,
Yeah.
we were going to have to endure Cena, Angle, and Baron.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest here, it wasn't good.
No, although I'll give him his dues, at least when Angle did the German suplexes, they looked a lot better.
Yeah, he put some effort into these ones.
Yeah. But no, I think surprising to everyone, really. Kurt didn't win.
No, he did not.
No, wasn't it? He had Baron in the ankle lock and that, and he managed to get out of it a couple of times. Then he picked him up and hit the end of days.
Yeah, just completely out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it was like, but why? I mean, this is going to do nothing for Baron. He'll brag about it, and then in a couple of weeks he'll lose to, like, Apollo.
Jinder.
Or maybe even Mojo, if he's still around.
He was out of Hall of Fame.
Oh,
That's the only thing to go by.
And that awful yellow suit.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're going to get noticed.
So, semi-final of the night. The Intercontinental title match. Boring Bob with his weird fluorescent green contact lenses.
Yeah, this was dumb.
Against Finn Balor.
Oh, not the one we were expecting.
Well,
okay.
we weren't. That sort of been announced. Oh, it's time for the demon to appear.
Now, I was expecting a squash. I was just expecting Finn to come out and just kill him in like 2 minutes. But they sort of went a bit longer.
Yeah, tiny bit longer. But the outcome was the same, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a new Intercontinental champion, so that means Boring Bob's pitting off somewhere else.
Fired? That'd be nice.
Maybe. Leo Rush can go back 205 Live.
No, I don't want him back on 205 Live. Move him to Main Event or Superstars or one of those other rubbish shows we don't watch.
So, it was then time for the penultimate main event. The winner takes all triple threat for the Raw and SmackDown women's title. Now, they went a bit overboard on Charlotte's entrance, didn't they?
Well, just a tad.
They had her flying around in a helicopter.
Yeah.
And then landing just outside the arena. And then for some strange reason, she got the red carpet treatment. And then she was wearing a leather jacket, and then they took her off, and then she put a robe on.
Mm-hmm.
And then she just started walking towards the stadium. So then you saw like, Charlotte coming out first? What's going on? But no, Ronnie was out first. We had Joan Jett and the Black Hearts.
Was Ciampa there?
No, he wasn't. Well, not there with the band. At
He
least,
should be with the Black Hearts. They could have had him on drums.
They were playing Bad Reputation, playing Ronnie out. And then after that, Charlotte came out. And she got the ridiculously over-the-top elaborate entrance on top of all the helicopter BS.
She got all the fireworks, all the pyro.
Yeah.
And poor Becky, she got nothing.
Yeah, no, she literally just walked out and walked to the ring.
She didn't even get any special graphics. It was just...
No.
Well, someone pointed out, and I'm not sure who pointed this out, someone said that Becky may not be wearing a bra.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention.
And then we had comments throughout the match. I wonder if she's found a bra. So, to be honest, I didn't realise this match went as long as it did.
No, it didn't feel like a 20-minute match.
Yeah. 21 and a half minutes this match went. He had a few moments in here. Ronda had a few scratches and cuts on the back of her calf and that. Early on in the match, and I think Charlotte cut her elbow somehow.
Yeah, that was pretty nasty. I did like the fact Ronda had them both in an armbar and they double power bombed her a couple of times.
Yeah.
Which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I gotta say, this match felt a bit flat to me. Maybe it was because it's after a 7-hour show.
Yeah.
The crowd weren't quite as into it.
No. You would have expected them to have been a little bit more into it.
I think if they were to do a rematch of this, it probably would be a lot better.
Which potentially may be happening.
But, what? After 20 minutes of action, a few teasers here and there.
Yeah.
I mean, Becky had the arm bar on Ronda for a while. She didn't tap.
The arm bar.
Disarm her. I noticed Charlotte never did the figure 8 once in this match.
I think she at least teased it once, but then... Oh no, I think at one point she may have had it on Ronda, but then very quickly Becky come in and dived on top of Charlotte from the top rope. I'm pretty sure. I think there was one time where we did get it, but
and then the ending confused me. I mean, it just sort of happened.
Yeah, it was just out of nowhere, and it was like, right, okay, the match is finished. It sort of took a few seconds to sink in that the match had actually finished.
I mean, at first we were all like, they sort of screwed this up because Ronda's shoulders were off the mat.
Yeah.
And then Ronda looked like she didn't know what was going on. It was like, hold on a minute, is that it?
Yeah, I think you had the 1 count, and then for a very brief moment, both of her shoulders were off of the mat. And then they went back down, and then the ref then counted the 2 and 3. But, yeah, I mean, despite everything, give her full credit. The man is the Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion.
I've got to ask, does this count as 2 total victories or just 1?
Supposed to?
I mean, as she's won 2 belts and they're not a combined belt, does she now have 2 extra title reigns?
Yeah, I suppose so.
I mean, if Charlotte won it, she'd be 9, so I don't know, it's confusing.
Yeah.
And they didn't really give her a lot of moments after this match. I mean, you were expecting the
No.
pyro to go off, or the confetti to be falling down and whatnot, and they just sort of didn't do that.
I think there was a bit of fireworks, but yeah, not a huge amount.
It wasn't the grand WrestleMania 20 ending.
No.
She sort of held both belts up, and they didn't even give her much time. It's like, okay, folks, that's it. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. So yeah, that was WrestleMania for another year. I think I'd give it a rating. I think I'll give it a 7. Personally, it wasn't a terrible event, but at the same time, there have been better manias. But
There have.
Yeah. Solid 7.
Yeah, I'd go about the same, 7.5.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the worst WrestleMania I've seen, but nowhere near the best.
No.
But overall, though, it pretty much gave me everything I wanted. It was just the Kurt Barron thing that sort of pissed me off a bit.
And I think the only thing they need to take into consideration is the fans were getting flat towards the end, and there's also been reported rumours that, again, the event had got on for that long. Fans got tired towards the end of the show, and apparently some fans started leaving during the main event.
Ooh, that's not good.
No.
Yeah, might want to consider, cutting down on a few matches.
Yeah.
Maybe taking an hour off the runtime.
It wouldn't be the worst idea.
But, no, folks, that's all we've got time for on this edition.
Yeah.
And a quick shout out to our friends over from Ring the Bell.
Yeah.
If you want to go check out their podcast, there's a pretty good one coming out. I'm not sure when it is, this week or next week, when they've edited it.
I think it'll probably be next week.
That we're guest starring on.
Yeah. It involves WrestleMania
Yeah.
and the booking of it.
Pretty good listen.
Yeah.
So make sure you catch out for that. I'm not sure what platform they're on, but type in Ring the Bell podcast, something should come up.
Yeah.
So, as always, from your hosts, the master of the brain damage,
Martin?
and the one and only Sam H. We'll see you again for the next one.
Big time!